Hey guys, we're back. This time we're going to be taking a look at something a bit different. I took a trip recently, and at one of the game stores we found this interesting game that I actually hadn't heard of. It's been out for a while. And my wife found it, thought it would fit in with my Exploding Kittens, Unexploded Cow, Bears vs. Babies, and all those kind of games. So this time we're going to be taking a look at Kittens in a Blender from Redshift. It's a disturbingly funny game, very light, quick to play, easy to set up, and it involves taking armies of little colorful kittens and either putting them in a safety of a cardboard box, out on the counter, or in a blender, and then you take turns turning on the blender to grind up the kittens who aren't yours while trying to save your kittens in the box. So anyway, we're going to get right in and take a look. So inside our box, we have our little rules flyout. Shows you how light the game is. The rules flyout is, I think, only 2 pages. Well, 4, front and back. These two just describe the types of cards and what they do. These two actually have rules on them. The how-to play is pretty simple. There aren't a lot of diagrams in there, though, so it's one of them, once you see it played, it's really easy to figure out, but there aren't a lot of diagrams in the rules to explain things, so it's not really that difficult to pick up. So next we have our 2 oversized cards here. Good luck trying to find sleeves that fit these, but one is for the box and one is for the blender. In this game you're actually going to use the box that the game came in. One of these is going to become the blender. The other one, after you take the cards out, is going to become the box. And you're going to put them on opposite sides of your play area like this. This area in the middle is your counter. So the cards just start out split up into 2 decks. One deck has kittens. There's 16 kittens in each of the 4 colors. And they do have some adorable artwork in there, as well as some interesting cat names. And you're going to take one of these colors for each player that you have, so either 2, 3, or 4, and you're going to mix these into the regular deck and leave the rest out. So if you're only playing with 3 players, you're going to leave a set of one of the colors out. The other deck of cards you get has various commands on them. Now once the colors of the cats have been figured out, they're going to be shuffled into these. Every player is going to start with 6 cards in their hand. And on your turn you get to play 2 cards. Now these ones are pretty self-explanatory on what they do. The kittens on the move makes you move. You have to move exactly the number on there. So you'd have to move 3 kittens from either the blender to the counter to the blender, the counter to the box, or the box to the counter. You can't go from the box to the blender. Now you can do that with any 3, so you can move the same one from the box to the counter, then from the counter to the blender. That's 2 moves. You still have to move a third. So you always have to move the total number. You can't only move partial. Then besides those, there's the blend card. When the blend cards are played, any cats who are in the blender are killed, ground up, they're stuck underneath the box and out for the game. Any kittens that are in the box are stuck underneath and they're safe for the rest of the game. There's a dog one that puts makes you pass your hands, and you have to pass the direction the dog is looking. It's kind of funny, like this one's to the left. There is one that goes the other way. This one moves all kittens to the box. The Pulse Blend has the option that it works just like the normal blend card, or when you can play this in response to somebody who plays the blend card to stop the blender. And I thought there was one other type in here. There's our dog looking to the right, so everybody moves to the right. That's the one, moves all kittens into the blender. And then more of the same after that. So the whole idea is that you're going to be trying your hardest to get your kittens into the box and your opponent's kittens into the blender, and they're going to be doing vice versa. The idea is every kitten that's under the box at the end of the game is considered safe, and you score points for. Every kitten of your color that's under the blender is considered dead, and you actually lose points for at the end. Now total there's 16 blend cards in there, 8 blend pulse. When all 16 of those have been played, the game is over and you tally up the points. And that's pretty much how you decide the winner. And of course, as the rule book says, afterward, where is it, right there? Afterward, everyone gets to go home and apologize to their cats. As I said in the beginning, it's a very disturbing theme, but it is a fun, quick little game. If you're into that kind of game, like I said, we have exploding kittens, we have unexploded cow, we have cats, the sad but necessary cycle of violent predatory behavior. Those kind of games, they just kind of grew on us. So we have a lot of fun playing these, and this was a great one to add to our collection. It's pretty cheap too for being a small box game. Portable, you can bring it with you. The one thing I did notice is that it supports 2 to 4 players, which it says on the instruction booklet, 2 to 4 players. There's enough kittens in there for 2 to 4 players, but for some strange reason on the box itself, they have it listed as 2 to 8 players. So I'm guessing if you play 2-man teams, but there's no rules or anything in the box or in the rules to explain how to go about that, so you'd have to make up something of your own. Not sure if that was just a typo or something like that. They do have an expansion out called More Kittens in a Blender, I think, that adds a couple more colors so you can add a couple more players. And I'm not sure, it comes with some other blending cards. I think there's I want to say there's flavors in that one that you can mix in. I have no idea what they do. I haven't actually played that. But it's something to look into to expand. Hopefully they all fit in the one box, because it's a small game. One of the joys of it is it's portable, and I'd hate to have to carry 2 boxes around. But other than that, it's a great little game. It's a lot of fun. And if you have a sick, twisted sense of humor like we do, I think you'll enjoy it. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for Kittens in a Blender. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.